Starfield has a massive update coming May 15th that includes these things and just a little bit more. Perhaps my favorite, because I did play this on the Xbox Series X, is the fact that we are now getting a variety of different options for visuals, but more importantly, we get an uncapped version. We have the option to go between uncapped or capped. There's various frames that you can shoot for depending on the visual fidelity options that you want, but there's a lot of juicy stuff coming in the pipeline. I'm excited. I pre-ordered months ago the premium edition. Happy to play the game through a second time. I'm looking forward to the Shattered Skies expansion coming later this fall. We just don't have a release date for that yet, but I think we have a window of the fall. Todd said in an interview the other day. But what I want to go through today, the May update obviously has a blog post associated with it, and I'll link that down below. But they also have a video going over the May update. And so I just want to watch through this with everybody so we can hear it from them themselves and see exactly what's going up, what we're getting up to in Starfield come May. And by the way, I totally am prepped and ready to go for a second playthrough.
I'm Jess Finster, Community Director at Bethesda, and I'm here today at Bethesda Game Studios to talk to you all about the next update coming to Starfield. The team has been hard at work, so let's go chat with them to see what
they have been. There've been a lot of really cool stuff. There are really cool patches coming out, and then this patch in particular looks freaking awesome.
So with Update 4 on the horizon, what are some of the new features that players have to look forward to?
So we've seen a lot of feedback online that players really want a lot more utility and detail in our surface maps. So we took what's there, we blew it all up, and instead now we have a whole new aesthetic to the surface maps where you can see the terrain.
Oh, that is dope. That is like verticality, man. Oh, see, this is why I tell everybody who wants to hate on Bethesda and like Starfield was such a shit game. It was a fun game when it launched. It had some issues, and I mean, when I see stuff like this and I see the continued love that this game is continuing to get, where they add things like this to the game, especially on top of like the frame rate modes that we're getting on consoles, that's a huge win for me, and one of the reasons why I'm happy to give them credit where credit is due and continue to play this game. That right there for me is a game changer in terms of the verticality of the maps. That's so cool.
Detail on the terrain, trees, rocks, all the structures in the loaded zone. It's a lot easier to navigate.
So cool.
Also made it easier to get around the cities.
Oh, look at that. Oh, so now we can get all these waypoints with verticality added to them. Dude, this is the 15th. Crap. When does Hellblade 2 come out? 21st or something? I may have to start my new Starfield playthrough sooner rather than later.
See markers for all the shops, the enhanced boutiques, restaurants, you name it, it's all there. It's a lot easier to get around now.
Welcome to
With
Aquila
Update
City,
4, we're
baby.
also adding a bunch of gameplay options. So for that, players can really tune their experience how they prefer. We're adjusting things like capacity of vendor credits, the actual carry weight. Additionally, affects to difficulty. So some of those, depending on how you play, you can actually tune to be like space combat more difficult or gun combat less difficult. It's really up to you. And depending on how you balance them, it'll change how you get XP.
That's awesome. So you're really upping the ante for players that want an even bigger challenge.
Yeah, and with that, we actually are adding what's called the extreme difficulty.
Oh, there's an XP bonus over on the right
very
hand
hard,
side.
and it really makes you pay attention, especially for the higher level characters.
Oh, just watching this is making me want to start my
ship
playthrough now.
I know players are really capitalizing on all of the
Not
ship
gonna do it.
content
We're gonna
in
wait
the
for the
game, and
patch.
We've seen some really crazy stuff out there that I'm sure you guys have seen as well. But are you adding anything more to the ship customization?
Yeah, so people love to customize their ships. Like some of the builds out there are just mind-blowing. Some beautiful, beautiful stuff. So now we're turning our attention to the inside of the ships. So we're adding a decorate mode where you can go and
decorator
fully
mode is gonna be
furnish and
so much
customize
better.
The interior layout of the ships, place of furniture, decorations, basically everything you can do in outpost mode, we can now do in the ship, and it's saved, and you can do that to your entire.
So this is huge for people like me who didn't necessarily want to feel forced into having an outpost, because now it's like if I want my home to be the ship, my home can be the ship, and the outpost can be my outpost. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily be, you know, if I want my ship to be my primary base of operations, I now have the option to go in there with this decorator mode and fully flesh it out. That is so cool. Huge win.
Our fleet. In addition to decorate mode, we're also offering a whole new set of empty habs. So basically, instead of pre-cluttered habs in the ship builder, we'll have a new set where there's no furniture, there's no decoration.
That's cool. It's just an empty space for you to go in and do.
Just kind of fill it up with their own stuff.
Perfect.
That's amazing. They'll really get to emulate whatever their personality showcase is outside on the inside. Then.
Yeah, exactly.
New Game Plus. Is there anything being added to this update that helps the players after they've completed the campaign to return to the game?
Yeah, so if you're like me and you find the more you go through the Unity, the more you become the hunter, the one thing I want to do is be able to respec my traits. So we're adding that. So in case you're getting tired of Wanted or want to change your alien DNA,
Okay, perfect.
and you really want that new dream home experience, you get to choose that when going through the Unity. In addition, you'll be able to rechange your appearance.
Okay,
Really
that's
living
really
that
cool.
Next second life, huh?
Exactly.
Reincarnation.
Is there anything
in
else
essence.
that you guys want to share about this update that players have to look forward to? I mean, you've already shared a lot as it is. But...
We're focusing now on our Xbox Series X players with this update. We're giving them some settings where they can help prioritize between performance or visual. If they choose to prioritize.
This is what I want to show here. They're giving you different options, and then you're getting frame rate targets. You get to choose. It is based on, I believe, having a variable refresh rate display. I'm not sure exactly how all that works, but let's see what they say here. It says performance settings intended for variable refresh rate displays. It does say it right there.
Performance, the target FPS will move to 60. And for players that have TVs that support VRR, they'll be able to choose between VRR 40 or VRR 60.
Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand.
In addition to the new features we just talked about, there are a couple of quality of life updates that we're introducing. One of them is you can now toggle dialogue cameras off. So instead of getting that sort of focus zoom in on whatever NPC you're talking to, it just stays in normal default camera mode. It's a little more immersive that way. Some players may prefer that.
Love it.
I kind of like it when it zooms in on the characters for dialogue, though. But at the same time, I understand sometimes you get the wonkiness in the camera, where people walk in front of your frame of view while you're talking to the NPC. So that might be kind of interesting to have it more, have it be more, like you said, just open, where you're not going in on the focus. It'll be interesting to test that out and see what it feels like.
To that, we're making the container and barter menus a bit more usable. We've added some tabs along the top, so it's easier to sort of see what container or what inventory you're looking at, whether it's yourself or your ship. And it's just easier to navigate. Basically, inventory and item management, it's a small thing, but it actually, I think, makes it a lot nicer.
So, Tim, we just talked to Joe and Isfan a little bit about Update 4 and what's coming, but is there anything else that you want to talk about that's down the horizon?
So the team is working on our first land vehicle.
Okay, this is
so you
huge.
can drive around on planets.
This is huge. Everybody complained at the beginning that the jetpack wasn't enough. You had a land vehicle in Mass Effect. Blah, blah, blah. They are adding land vehicles, everybody. Land vehicles are coming. Not in this update, but coming on the pipeline. That's really cool.
Obviously, we're working on more quests and the massive Shattered Space expansion.
That's all very exciting. What about creations? Anything you can share there?
I think we mentioned it earlier this year,
Yep.
but we've sent out our beta toolkit to verified creators, so hopefully more information on that soon.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Tim.
Hey, no problem, Jess.
That's all we have time for today. Thank you so
I'm
much
stoked.
for joining us and for your continued feedback. Just a reminder, the update is available on Steam Beta today and will be available on all platforms later this month. So we'll see you in the stars.
So once again, we'll skip to the end here. We've got improved surface maps, inventory navigation tabs, new gameplay options in the settings menu, ship decoration mode for interior of ships, change traits and appearance after entering the Unity, dialogue camera toggle in the settings, display settings for Xbox Series X to prioritize visuals and performance and allow people to target 60 frames or uncapped, whatever they're going to be looking at. Land vehicles coming down the pipeline. Of course, the Shattered Skies expansion this fall, which I cannot wait for. And now I just have to decide, am I going to wait for Shattered Skies to start my second playthrough, or do I start immediately after the May 5th? Because the map updates alone, along with the visual performances, allowed me to do, I never really complained too much about the frame rates when I went through the first time, but I did comment in my final review that one of the things I disliked about the capped 30 was because there's no aim assist and I suck at aiming. Whereas in Cyberpunk 2077, because I can go to I can go performance mode and get 60 frames. I can actually play like a shooter, but I don't like to try to play a shooter mode, shooter game in 30 frames mode because it doesn't feel that right to me. So I never really got into the combat in Starfield. But adding a 60 frame per second, 60 frame mode, that's going to change the combat in this game for players on the Xbox Series X. I can't wait to sink my teeth into this update. Stay tuned for more details from here on my channel. I've obviously got a playlist down below if you want to watch my first playthrough and all the videos I've done on the game, but I'm thinking it might be time for that second playthrough, especially if we've got a lull in content in May. Stay tuned. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams here and on Twitch, and I'll catch everybody in the next one. Don't forget the Patreon and the Discord. Get a copy of my latest book down below. See ya, folks.